Good Monday morning, friends, and welcome to After GMS. We are live on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page. Looks like some of our regulars are already up and at it this morning. No daylight saving time snoozing for you. I'm Megan Malaris, here with Stacey Spivey and Ed Matthews.
But maybe a extra cup of coffee or two is in the books for a lot of people. I know that I'm having a little bit of trouble waking up this morning, but thankfully the weather is not gloomy. So I know if it was super rainy and dark outside, it'd make it even harder, Ed.
Yeah, it's taken a while for that sun to come up, that extra hour of darkness. I'm kind of getting used to that. But yes, indeed, we've got some extra clouds, but the shower chances are going to really be pretty low during the day. Now, temperature is not moving very much. We're looking at low, maybe some mid-50s, but nothing like that 69 that we had yesterday, as cooler air is filtering in to the Piedmont from the north. Now, tonight, rain chances increase after midnight. They'll be with us after midnight through around midday tomorrow. That's kind of the time frame of the best chance of rain, down to 37 tonight and probably staying in the 40s with that rain-cooled air tomorrow, forecasting 49. But look, we're right back into the 60s on Wednesday and Thursday. St. Patrick's Day, generally dry, only a small shower chance. And then another pretty wet system heads our way on Thursday, and that'll give us a good chance of rain. And we couldn't even rule out a few rumbles of thunder with mid-60s. And then behind that system, we'll cool off a little bit. Friday and the weekend look dry, 58 on Friday and down into the lower 50s on Saturday.
Well, if you did struggle to wake up on time this morning, you're definitely not alone. Thanks to daylight saving time, we did lose an hour of sleep this weekend. And we wanted to know, how many times did you hit snooze? Let us know in the comment section. We've already gotten a lot of comments. I saw Jenna said 4 times. Yeah, that's probably about how many times I hit it too. But Jessica says none. I'm a morning person. And Tiffany says 0 times. I got up on time. And also Jason said 2 times and laying here still. I wish I was still laying in bed this time.
I know, that's the beauty of watching the Good Morning Show and After GMS. You, the viewers, can stay in bed to tune in. We, though, however, gladly get up for you every day to come to work. So I understand the struggle is real, though. I've been on this morning kind of a schedule for about 8 years now, and every year, twice a year, you know, we deal with this daylight saving time either springing forward or falling backward. And either way, it's rough on the schedule for a couple days until the body adjusts. This is my first year, though, doing it with a child. So, you know, figuring out those nuances and how to help them adjust as well. But for me, as far as snoozing my alarm, I probably snooze maybe a couple times, although my husband would dispute that and say I snooze it a lot more. And he's just like, get up and get out of the house. Come on, like you're keeping me awake. But I do have a secondary alarm that I set across the room to the latest possible time I can get up, so that I physically have to get out of bed to go turn that off. And then at that point, I'm up.
Yeah. And I know, Ed, you do that. You said yesterday that you put your alarm across the room, so you physically have to get up, and that just makes you wake up.
Yeah, got to get out of bed to turn the thing off, and it's blaring pretty loud as well. As a matter of fact, I have 2 alarms. I have the alarm on my cell phone, and also I have a clock radio as well, and they usually go off within 30 seconds of each other. But I do that because it forces me to get out of bed. There have been times that I would just hit, you know, when I had the radio right next door to the bed, I would just, you know, hit it and turn it off and never remember doing that. Now, I haven't done that on a work day, but I've done that on, you know, a day off. Not smart for me to hit the snooze button. I'm not even sure where the snooze button is on my clock radio. I just have to get up. I am horrified at the possibility of going back to sleep and staying asleep and completely missing the Good Morning Show, and I can't do that. I got to be here. We all got to be here, right? So it just kind of helps me out to get up and turn 2 alarms off across the bedroom and never, ever, ever hit the snooze button. Never do it.
Wow.
So I'm curious if I'm the only person. I actually set alarms that are super early just in order to snooze and sleep more. I set my first alarm for 12, but I know that I have to get up by 12:45 at the latest. So I usually snooze until then. Sometimes I wake up a little bit earlier, but I know a lot of people do that. Jen made me laugh. She said, sure did hit the snooze button, had 20 minutes to get my kids up into school. Sounds like it was a rush in your house this morning. Alicia said the time change really messed me up last night, LOL. And then Phil said, only hit it one time. It's still reeling from my first punch. I think I broke it.
Oh no. Yeah, I was laughing at Bobby. He said his Labrador gets him up at 4:45 every morning to use the bathroom, will not let him hit snooze. It's so funny how pets seem to intrinsically know when you are supposed to get up. That's been an issue with my cat for all these years. You know, the baby waking up in the middle of the night is a different story, but the cat seems to know when I'm supposed to get up, and he doesn't have any concept of the weekends either. So even on the weekends, he'll paw at me or knock stuff off of the nightstand until I get up, go downstairs, show him that there are kibbles in his bowl that I placed there last night, you know, shake the bowl a little bit so he believes me, and then I can go back upstairs and he'll leave me alone.
Oh my gosh,
Milo.
Milo.
Pets know when you're supposed to be up, and I appreciate that. In a pinch type situation, if I were late for work, he would get me up.
Yeah. Well, thankfully Wrigley doesn't do that. Wrigley, he'll wake his dad up, but he never comes to my side of the bed. And that's why we joke, because, you know, when we do have baby girl come here, she's probably going to be coming to my side to wake me up. But Ed, you said that Rio likes to she just likes to snooze.
Yeah, you know, she's what, 16 years old now, and you know, great health, but she does like to sleep. And although she can hear, her hearing is not like it once was. So I'm not even sure she hears the alarm. But once I get going in the morning, she wakes up, and then when I leave to come to work, she's back asleep. Lazy dog.
Hey, she's just living her golden years, Ed Matthew. Let the girl sleep.
Yeah.
All right, this is a fun conversation. We have another one coming up about Selection Sunday. Get those brackets ready. For now, though, we have to take a look at our morning headlines. Today, the Guilford County Health Department will open vaccine appointments. You can book them on the County Health Department's website or by calling this number here, 336-641-7944, select option 2. These open in 8 minutes from now at 8 this morning. Right now, the Alamance County Health Department also has appointments available. You can schedule your shot with the health department online or by calling 336-290-0650. The phone lines there will stay open until all appointments are full. Today is an important day for school here in our state. The State Board of Education will meet to work out a plan for students. This comes after Governor Roy Cooper signed the bill moving more students back into their classrooms. The new law requires schools to offer an in-person learning option if they are not already doing so. Kindergarten through 5th grade must be in Plan A full-time. All other grades can be Plan A or Plan B. Guilford County School Superintendent Dr. Sharon Contreras says it is unlikely her district's middle and high school students will return full-time within the 2 months they have left in the school year. She said it would be hard to coordinate those plans to make that happen. Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools will meet next Tuesday to discuss its reentry plans. Some schools there are already reducing cohorts from 4 to 2 today. A legendary quarterback is calling it quits. Drew Brees out of the New Orleans Saints is retiring from the NFL after 20 seasons. His children made the announcement on Instagram yesterday. The 42-year-old holds many records in the NFL, including the league's all-time leader in career passing yards. He led the Saints to a Super Bowl in 2010, where he became a champion.
And we're going to continue the sports talk this morning, but switching from the field to the courts, it's time to start filling out those brackets. After Selection Sunday, we now know who our North Carolina teams will be playing in the NCAA Tournament this year. And before I tell you that and who will be hitting the court in Indy, we want to know, who are you rooting for? You can go ahead and let us know in the comment section below. So here's that bracket that you can fill out. The first games tip off this Thursday, March 18th at 5 o'clock. App State is part of the first 4 and will take on Norfolk State at 8:40 that night. Now, whoever wins that game will play number 1 Gonzaga on Saturday. I know Jason is excited about his team App State making it in. And the Tar Heels are in as well. UNC will play Wisconsin Friday night at 7:10. And then just look at this celebration. It's just so great to see. That's the moment the UNC Greensboro men's basketball team found out who they'll be facing in the tournament. The 13-seeded Spartans will tip off against number 4 Florida State on Saturday afternoon at 12:45. So we've been asking you, who are you rooting for? Keith says go Tar Heels. He's from Providence. Lou is cheering on Ohio State. I wonder what connection Lou has to them. And then CRM says no Gamecocks, so I'm going with UNCG. Go Spartans. And then this viewer texted us, I always pull for all of the ACC teams that make it to the NCAA tournament. Just never thought I would see a year without Duke. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the things that happened with COVID, obviously with Duke being out of the tournament, and then our Brian said sad A&T didn't make it because of COVID. So a lot of people are upset about that. But hey, we have 3 North Carolina teams in this. Very excited about the UNC Greensboro team, the Spartans making it. I'm going to be cheering for them. Obviously, I'm going to cheer for all the North Carolina teams, but I really think that they could be kind of a Cinderella story, just being such a smaller school compared to the other ones that you see in that bracket. So I'm really hoping that they do well, and I'm so excited for them, Megan.
Yeah, our Brian said UNCG can beat FSU. We will see. It is called March Madness. There have been many occasions on which the underdog, so to say, has beaten the big, highly ranked team. So, you know, anything can really happen in this NCAA tournament, and especially with all the COVID situations knocking out some of the other key teams. You know, it's really anybody's championship, I think, at this point. Maybe my 9th seeded Mizzou Tigers can beat Oklahoma and start their momentum toward the Final Four. We'll have to see. Ed Matthews, I know you wish you could have seen NC State in this big dance, but they did get a bid to the NIT, which is exciting.
They're going to the NIT. State didn't have the greatest season. I think we're going to pair them up with the Lady Wolfpack. If you remember, they won the ladies championship just this past week, and kind of teach them how to play basketball. But you know, it's all good. Sometimes you have great seasons, other times not so much. So I'm looking forward to seeing them in the NIT, and I think they play Davidson on Thursday. I'm not sure what time the game is, but that's my Friday evening, so I can stay up late. So I'm definitely going to watch that game. But back to the NCAA, you know, I'm a diehard Wolfpack fan. But even so, rooting for all of the ACC teams that are in the tournament this year, and especially rooting for UNCG. So proud that they have made it to the big dance, and also App State. I'm looking for 2 upsets there. I want to see 2 upsets. I want to see UNCG keep going on, and also App State as well. It's going to be neat to see how things turn out. They're going to play their heart out. I know they are, both teams.
Yeah, we know Jason Hutchins, a loyal fan here on After GMS, is a huge App State fan, so he's rooting for the Mountaineers. He said tough road ahead, but we've been upsetting teams since the conference tournament.
Oh yeah, and then Joanne said, since my beloved Kentucky is out, I'll take Louisville. And Jessica Richards had a sad face, no Duke, so clearly she was wanting them to be in it. And then Bobby said, my team is not in it this year, so I guess I will pull for UNC. You know, even if your team's not in it, I think that just everyone overall is just happy to have March Madness back. Of course, last year, you know, we saw everything just shut down and had to be canceled.
Yeah.
So just to have the games back, that these players finally get to play again with, you know, an audience in there like we saw for the ACC tournament, I know that they're excited and they're just ready for those games to tip off, which will happen this week. And we're going to have all that coverage right here on WFMY.
Yeah, we are excited about that, and excited about a forecast that at least Ed Matthews looks decent for today. A little more rain this week than last.
Yeah, definitely so. And we're cooling off, but we're not turning sharply colder. You know, 69 was our high yesterday. It was a beautiful day. We had a beautiful weekend. A lot of extra clouds out there this morning. There could be a sprinkle or a shower today, but a low chance of that. Low and maybe some mid-50s. And then the rain chances ramp up after midnight tonight through about midday tomorrow. We'll drop into the chilly upper 30s to near 40 tonight. And I think we could actually stay in the upper 40s as the rain keeps the atmosphere pretty chilly tomorrow. And then St. Patrick's Day, not so bad at all. There may be a shower, but temperatures warm back up, and then another pretty wet system heads our way on Thursday. That'll give us a good chance of rain. And that particular system could give us a few rumbles of thunder. We'll keep an eye on that back into the mid 60s. And behind that system, we dry it out for Friday and the weekend and cool it back. I think Saturday will be the coolest day with lower 50s.
And I remember seeing a question earlier on our feed, Ed, is this going to be a washout tonight into tomorrow or just a significant rain chance?
Not a continuous rain throughout the period, but it'll be kind of in waves of showers. And not that we're going to get a tremendous amount of rain. We could get a quarter to maybe a half of an inch of rain. So not one of those big gully washers or anything like that. Now the one on Thursday may turn out to be a little wetter. So we'll see how that plays out.
Well, that will be when some of the teams are going to be playing in the March Madness tournament, so you just stay inside and watch the big games.
That's it.
Yeah, it was intentional. He planned it that way.
Oh, you're so smart and clever, Ed Matthews.
Thanks so much for making us part of your morning every day. We do this after GMS Facebook Live show at 7:45 on weekdays.
We hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us.